I'm Sydney Zimmerman, and this is my persuasive speech. My audience is my dad, Brad Zimmerman, my mom, Shannon Zimmerman, and my sister, Sarah Zimmerman. Imagine being locked up in a dark room with no chance of getting out. Imagine living in fear of the next painful procedure or torturous test. Would it be right for any living being to go through these circumstances? The animals that are forced into animal testing go through these circumstances each and every day. Animal testing is unethical because we are forcing these animals into torturous treatments. Animal testing is bad science because of the differences between animals and humans. Animal science is a waste because the results are inaccurate. Using animals for our own personal gain is disgusting. Animal testing is wrong. Animals are living, breathing entities that have minds and feelings of their own. It is wrong to treat animals like inanimate objects. Someone who might disagree with me might say that if it wasn't for animal testing, these animals would have died off anyways from diseases such as rabies or other viruses. I would say that most animals would rather die than be put through these torturous treatments every day. PETA tells us that more than 100 million animals every year suffer and die in cruel, chemical, drug, food, and cosmetic tests, as well as in biology lessons, medical training exercises, and curiosity-driven medical experiments at universities. The treatments that are inflicted onto these animals are of which we would not wish upon our worst enemy. The Humane Society tells us all procedures, even those classified as mild, have the potential to cause animals both physical and psychological suffering. Often, the procedures can cause a great deal of suffering. Most animals are killed at the end of an experiment, but some may be reused in subsequent experiments. Common animal testing procedures include forced inhalation, forced feeding, sleep and water deprivation, neck breaking, decapitation, and many more. Animals are not held to the same standards as humans, but they definitely don't deserve to be tortured. To review my first main point, animal testing is unethical. Along with it being unethical, animal testing is also bad science. The differences between humans and animals make the tests inaccurate. Someone with conflicting views might say that animal testing has led to many life-saving cures. While I'm happy that there are such cures, that is nothing compared to the amount of diseases that have not been cured from animal testing and the amount of lives that have been taken. An alternative to animal testing is a must. Alternatives such as taking a criminal that has done unforgivable things and testing on them. The Humane Society tells us, very often the symptoms and responses to potential treatments seen in other species are dissimilar to those of human patients. As a consequence, 9 out of every 10 candidate medicines that appear safe and effective in animal studies fail when given to humans. If a disease is cured in an animal, how do we know that that same disease will be cured in a human, or if it will be safe for that human? The benefits of finding an alternative to animal testing not only benefit the animals, but also the more accurate tests will benefit the humans. Procon.org tells us the anatomic, metabolic, and cellular differences between animals and people make animals poor models for human beings. Thomas Hartog, professor at Johns Hopkins University, argues for alternatives to animal testing by saying, quote, "We are not 70-kilogram rats," end quote. To review my second main point, animal testing is bad science. The differences between animals and humans make the tests inaccurate. My third and final reason why animal testing is wrong is because it is a waste. It delays treatments and postpones finding a reliable cure. It wastes time, effort, and money. Along with wasting all of these, it also wastes the lives of innocent animals. PETA says, the federal government and many health charities waste precious dollars from taxpayers and generous donors on cruel and misleading animal experiments at universities and private laboratories instead of spending them on promising clinical, in vitro, and epidemiological studies that are actually relevant to humans. Someone with conflicting views might argue that animal testing is perfectly fine because animals do not have rights. These people do not acknowledge the animals at all. They do not acknowledge that they are living, breathing beings. To look at it in another sense, we are giving all of our time to torturing these animals when we could be giving our time to the humans that need us. The Humane Society tells us, drug failures in research that never delivers because of irrelevant animal models not only delay medical progress, but also waste resources and risk the health and safety of volunteers in clinical trials. To review my third main point, animal testing is a waste. The results are inaccurate, so all it does is delay time. There's the time we spend on animal testing, wasting time, we could definitely use to find an alternative. Animal testing is not right. It is not right to torture animals for our own personal gain. Animals, unlike humans, do not have the ability to consent to such treatments. So they need people that are passionate and courageous to fight for them. Imagine being taken away from your friends, family, and everything you know. Imagine being so lonely and bored that you go insane. Imagine going through torturous treatments such as getting your eyelids held open to getting chemicals poured on you to see how your skin reacts. Animal testing is wrong. Animal testing is unethical because of the treatments that are inflicted onto the animals. Animal testing is bad science because of the difference between animals and humans. And animal testing is a waste because the results are inaccurate. Finding an alternative to animal testing is very important. To help support non-animal testing, you could buy products from companies only that do not participate in animal testing. Also, you could donate money to foundations such as PETA or the Humane Society to help support non-animal testing. Animal testing is wrong, so it's important to fight against it in every way possible. Thank you.